You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality art, interviews, music and hot topics. Hosted by Dini Mussolini and co-hosted by Banditti. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at least 1 hour after each show at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. We welcome all. Enjoy the show.
Hey, it feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people that are indigos, starseeds, and crystalline, and 2 times for my people that are vegans. Gotta shout out the vegans because it is a struggle for us out here. Anyway, we are averaging over 34,000 plus listeners and over 888,000 downloads worldwide. We've been at this thing for 3 solid years, and I appreciate all you guys who have been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still growing, baby. It is all because of you guys, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, art, research, movies, in every aspect, and we want to allow you that opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens, or people who think they're aliens. But it doesn't matter who you are or what walk of life that you come from. Come on the show and talk to us. So check this out. To book your interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at theradioed@onlyonemediagroup.com. I am passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people that should hear it. So let's create something incredible. And with that, hello out there, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Thank you guys again for tuning in, for always tuning in and being a part of the audience family. If you like information on how to call in, ask questions, or speak to our guests, dial this number, 701-801-9813. Or if it's a pre-recorded show, you'll have to catch the episode after it airs, maybe an hour or so after it broadcasts. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 days. It really depends on how much work we have to do on the broadcast. Or you can hop in the mix directly from my website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Scroll over to the Vigilantes Radio tab and slap that go live button, and you'll be right here in the chat room with all of us. So, the chat room, you feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here. And as always, all episodes are available for free download. As I said, at least an hour after the show ends. If it's pre-recorded, it may take an hour up to 3 days. It just depends on how much work we have to put into it. And you can grab that from our server over at Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group, from iTunes, YouTube. We're now on the app called Podcast and Radio Addict. That's right. You can carry us around 24/7, 365 days a year in your pocket and listen to us on demand. How cool is technology? Oh, it is awesome. Okay, or you can do it the traditional way and visit our website, which again is onlyonemediagroup.com. And that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. All right, tonight's kind of special. Well, it's morning for some of you, evening for some of you guys, afternoon for some of y'all. But over here, it is evening heading into the night. Well, tonight's episode is the Arunabha Interview, and I am your host, Dini Mussolini. Not many announcements to give you guys, except that tomorrow I fly out to Hollywood, and then I'll be in San Diego for the weekend and up to Monday. So if you're out there, I would love to meet you and greet you. That's right. So we'll be out and about around those parts doing promo, videos, photos, all that good stuff. Yeah. And let's see here. So I just want to tell you guys, your greatest blessings often don't seem like it at times. Your most valuable experiences are rarely the most enjoyable ones. Is there something you feel the need to complain about? Instead of complaining, challenge yourself to find the value in it. If you cannot find any positive value in the situation, challenge yourself to create some. Yeah, man up, woman up. The greatest successes are pulled off with much effort from the greatest challenges. Enjoy life's comforts and pleasures, but don't let them trap you in the endless mediocrity. Some of the most memorable and fulfilling things and times come when you venture beyond what's comfortable and what's predictable. Fulfillment is not found in a life of ease. To quench your insatiable desire to matter, to make a difference, you must necessarily endure discomfort. The greatest things you'll do are not the easiest things you'll do. Mark my words, my friends. And that offers you the profound satisfaction that comes with investing the very best of yourself into life. Right? Right. All right, guys, without any further ado, let's welcome our guest onto the show, Arunabha. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Dini, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
All right. Did I get your name correct, first of all?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, great. Did I get your name correct?
It's Arunabha Bhattacharjee.
All right. Will it be okay if we call you AB?
Yeah, it would be great.
All right, cool deal. All right, so let's dive deep into this interview. So, AB, hello and welcome. Man, you've definitely found the right person to interview you. So, I do a form of life coaching myself, but only in the music industry realm. It is a true passion of mine, but let's talk about you. That is what we all are here for tonight, is about you. How did you get started on your journey 6 or 7 years ago, and who has been your inspirations?
Thank you, Dini, so much for the opportunity. Basically, to brief about me, as a profession, I'm a banker. I work for a bank in India. As a passion, I'm a writer. And as a choice, I'm a motivational speaker. So, and my name is Arunabha Bhattacharjee, based in India. Started my journey 6-7 years back from Silchar, Assam. That's my native in India. And the passion is all about helping community to grow to a different level. That was my whole idea, how to help people to get inspired and to inspire others in the run. That was the whole idea. 6-7 years back, I realized inspiration is something which is very important for each one of us. So with this, I started a movement in India named as Power is You Motivational Movement, where my whole work, apart from my work as a banker or a student at that point of time during my MBA days, was to reach out to people who are in need of motivation and inspiration in their life. Talk to them, understand what is the issue that they are facing. And when we talk, understand, 50% of the problem resolves there, which I have realized. If we can hear someone telling something about their issues or problem, 50% of their problem is resolved right then. So with this belief, I started this campaign 5 to 6 years back, reaching out to people, going to colleges, going to corporate house, talking and understanding how thought process work. So you must have heard about this famous law. The name of the law is Law of Attraction, which states if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Either way, you're right. So based on this law only, the entire movement runs, where I reach out to people, reach out to community, tell them if you believe in your abilities, you can do anything in your life, anything. It has been, one of my biggest examples as well. So my entire life is probably based on this principle, the principle of self-belief. And if you say who was the greatest inspiration, yes, like everyone, for me also, my greatest inspiration were my family. Because there have been tough times where I have also faced. From scratch to becoming, India's youngest motivational speaker today, it has really taken a lot of time. And my family has probably been there with me in the test of times. So yes, if you ask me about my biggest inspiration, it was my family, to be there, to support me when I needed the most. And today that inspiration is probably what I am trying to spread across the nation and probably at a global level.
Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. And you are by far the youngest motivational speaker in India. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. All right. Is there a difference, though, between consulting and life coaching, in your opinion?
Great question, Dini, I must say. See, when you say, is there any difference between consulting and life coaching? Of course, there is a lot of difference between consulting and life coaching. So when we say life coaching, it's not about I giving some global gyans to some individual. Okay. When I say life coaching, it's all about understanding that person at each and every stage of his being. So I've been there for a coach, not just understanding his particular issue, but understanding his life issue as a whole. And when I say consulting, it is restricted to a particular area. For example, career consulting, for example, relationship consulting. It is restricted to a particular area. But when you say life coaching, it encompasses your entire life of my client as a whole. So when I am as a coach with one of my clients, as a life coach, I want the client to tell me in and out about his life, whatever issues he is facing, whatever be it. I might not be able to solve every issue that he's facing, but yes, we can have a structured plan to identify the root cause, why this issue he's facing, and that is the real success of a life coach or a life coaching program, where you transform the person radically from, exponentially for an X to Y point, where he figures out the positive quality, positive aspect of his life, and he started to see the ray of light, which is at the end of the tunnel.
Okay. Well, the reason I asked that is because I'm more of a consultant than a life coach. But oftentimes I have to dabble into life coaching because, like you said, to find the root cause of certain problems. And with everything, I think everything starts in the mind. So a lot of times we have to, go over scenarios of why they are thinking these things. So, like I said, man, we dabble in life coaching every now and then. So I just wanted to hear from a professional, what is your opinion on the difference, or what's the difference between a life coach and a psychiatrist?
Correct. I would also like to add one thing here. As you said, of course, consulting is also very important. There might be clients and all who only need consulting. See, for example, there might be clients who have achieved everything in their life, probably not being able to achieve that level in satisfaction in their relationship. In that case, consulting is more, beneficial than life coaching.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. I could see people rush into all kind of comparisons from what you do to other coaches out there, like Tay Lopez, who's more of a consultant, but John Maxwell, Bob Dole, Eckhart Tolle, Rasha, just to name a few. Is there a difference between speaking engagements inside of an influence and copying a style, or taking notes from all the big players out there and doing something totally different with your approach?
See, I'll tell you, it's just a one-liner from me. Be yourself, and the world will fall in love with you. That's what.
All right.
See, following someone is very important, but it should be as an inspiration. It not should be as someone. I take somebody as say for example, Dale Carnegie. If I take Dale Carnegie as an example, as one of the biggest communication coaches over the world history has ever produced, but if I try to incorporate the way he talks, the way he explains, the way he narrates, it's never going to work out for my case, because for me this is Arunabha Bhattacharya. The more I become, of me, the more I can deliver myself better to a great extent. So for me, when you say, the coaching arena, the big names of the coaching arena, of course, they are an inspiration to the world. But for me, I am the biggest inspiration who can deliver and create a difference in people's lives. So I don't follow anybody in particular. I follow myself to create a change and to create an impact.
Got you. That's interesting. You said be yourself, because that is that is my slogan that I say at the end of my show. I always say be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. And that's how I close the show every time. All right, I got another question for you. When using a subject as life coaching so familiar and identifiable to a particular group of people, does it lead to a struggle for your own identity at all? And basically what I'm asking is, who coaches you through life? Because I know that's a lot of energy going out. Well, who's refilling you?
Correct. This is probably one of a very interesting question. Probably none of my interviews this has been asked in such a straight way. Great. See, we do a lot of life coaching. We do I do in India and the neighboring countries a lot of coaching. And of course, when I come back home, it is also very important that I update my skills. That is very important. So there are three things which I do, basically. I'm a part of another United States of America. There is a coaching institute. The name of the coaching institute is Transformational Inc. Services. Joel and Natalia Rivaria are the trainers. We are the life coach. So I'm a part of I'm a member of their coaching institute, Transformational Inc. Services. From there, I keep on updating my skills as part of their international skills for life coaching. This is number one, which I do, so that I can keep abreast about the latest techniques that are being used at an international level in the United States and all. This is number one. Number two, which I do is the greatest probably coach for an individual can be books. So every day when I come back, whatever happens in the world, half an hour to 1 hour, it is my time where I read and where I go through the pages of inspirational books so that I understand more about life, more about thoughts. And the third important thing is to close your eyes and see what I have done for the entire day, how many people I have value added. Judge yourself at a self-quotient in the scale of 1 to 10, where I went wrong or where I went right. The moment self-realization or self-actualization happens, I believe, you learn more and you become more ready to create an impact to the world. So probably these are the 3 steps which I take to refill myself, and these are my probably glucose capsule to help me to go back to the community and deliver to the best possible level.
Okay. That's awesome. So I go by the name of Coach Deanie, and I deal with the music industry coaching aspect as far as, preparing artists for, the big time. So I've experienced a ton of community, positivity, love, and support through promotions and my platform here at Vigilantes Radio throughout time. I've encountered people who generally been led to believe in almost nothing, and I'm sure you encounter a ton of those kind of people. Or at least, the people who question things as best as they can in an effort to reveal the true intentions behind you and our words. And things that scare some the most, I'm not saying all these apply to you or to me or your mission, my friend, but the things that tend to scare people the most or make them question the potential gimmickry behind the machine are things like people claiming to have all of the answers or the one and only answer that exists, guarantees and promises, lists and ratings that reflect pop culture needs of flash clicks on the internet and browsing more than they do relevant ideas. So out of the corner of my curious eye, we might take notice of a few of your statements of your book, Power is You, Step Towards Excellence. And that naturally made me want to know more. I feel like I've learned everything I needed to know about life from that one scene in the Jurassic Park movie where Dr. Ian Malcolm describes chaos theory for the first time with water drops and, the T-Rex stomping around, that whole bit. Some people just have a clearly impossible time putting faith in anything that is so secure in itself to be guaranteed. So here you are, my friend. Here's your moment, and I'm rolling out the red carpet in a completely sincere invitation to explain your philosophy of how you deal with, I don't want to say naysayers, but you know, the consumers that just think everything is almost a gimmick, or there's some underlining deeper motivation behind life coaching. Well, I'm gonna stop rambling. What's your philosophy?
Nice question. Yeah. So see, there are two set of people you will always get in life when you come across life coaching or any sort of form of coaching or consulting. One set of people would be always, is the coaching guaranteed, Arunava? Will I be guaranteed inspired? So there's one set of people. For all those set of people, my answer is life is not guaranteed. Who knows what can happen the next moment? So as the coaching goes. Similar way, it's all about how you take it. If I see a coaching as just a coaching, it's never going to work out. For if somebody comes to me and say that this is a coaching I'm going to pay you per hour $1,000, and do you guarantee me from the next hour I'll be motivated? I say you take $1,500 from me, but please don't, because I'm not doing a business. Of course, it's a business of thought process. It's not a business where I am selling some product or something. If you want to understand, you have to confess things. You have to believe in the coach. You have to have faith in the coach. The leap of faith is very important. If I ask you to do this, you have to do that without asking why I am doing this, which is very important. So if you have come to a coach where you have believed this coach has the ability to create a difference in your life, you have to give your best shot. So there is nothing called guarantee. Guarantee lies only in your mind. If you think this is guaranteed, it is guaranteed. And some people take few months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months to come out of a depressed state of mind. Or, I was counseling a couple a few days back who wanted to go for a divorce. And they were like continuously, they had a real-time fight in my studio out here in India because they were like so pissed off with each other. The whole idea was they were not able to listen to any of the psychiatrist or counselor where they have visited. I told them one thing: if you have come here again to fight, the things are going to be the same, and probably tomorrow only would be your divorce date. But if you listen to me, that is more important. Listen to each other. How many of us has ever given time to others speak and listen? Listening is an art. The moment we listen, things get resolved right there. So to this question of yours, I'd answer, there is nothing called guarantee. Listen to things carefully. Believe it from your heart. The moment you believe it, things are actually going to happen in your life. There is no doubt. Life coaching or counseling or consulting or any form of coaching, this has been in the history of mankind, not from today, probably from Ramayana or Mahabharata days, where everyone needs a coach to probably mentor them, to guide them, to mold them, to create a difference in their world. It is not a new thing. And you have to have faith. That leap of faith is very, very, very important. So yes, if you have faith in your coach, everything can be achieved. And please, to all the viewers and readers out there in the States and India and other part of the world, please listen. Whenever somebody is saying something to you, don't interpret. Listen to it. The moment you listen, even you are not able to give a solution, even if you are not a motivational coach or a life coach or a consultant, I'm telling you, only by listening, you'll be solving at least 30 to 40% of his problem. Listening is very important. Does it answer you?
It does indeed. All right, so when, if ever, do you feel that it's necessary or perhaps worth it for a brand such as yourself to compromise something along the way in order to continue forward? Why would that be the case, or why not?
Okay. This is one question which probably, which is something very close to my heart. So as a brand in India, I have been traveling to a lot of colleges, elite colleges in the country and corporate houses, where my team and we have a set, charge, which we charge from the particular campus or the college or individual counseling level. But there have been cases where there are small schools which has approached me to come to their schools, or small colleges which has come approaching me to come for a life coaching session. All I ask them, I know there are small private college schools or colleges. I know they cannot pay any fees rather. For that, those colleges or campuses or individual also, the entire program is free of cost. Because for me, humanity comes first. We can earn money at every stage of life, but if we can't add value or can't make people smile, so for that level, I don't consider myself to be brand at that point of time, or my brand, Power is You movement in India, to be brand at that point of time. At that point of time, they have called an elder brother, Arunabha, to come to a college and give a talk show. So for me, that is more important. If I ask, probably a shopkeeper's son to pay in Indian currency, say 10,000 rupees, he would not be able to pay that. So for that point of time, we can all earn money in the journey of life. But at that point of time, it's all earning values and ethos and respect. So yes, at those point of time, I compromise the brand, Power is You. But I'm happy because I go and meet there as a human being, Arunabha Bhattacharya, which is probably more of an enjoying nature.
Definitely. All right, and here's a random one for you, as wide open as it gets. What keeps you awake at night, Arunabha?
One line answer: a passion to create excellence and the passion to, create leaders in the world. That is one thing which keeps me awake at night.
All right, and that's awesome. If passion keeps you awake, I think you're absolutely doing the right and correct mission for your life. Because those are the things that fuel us to keep going. So how about California? Have you got any plans to come and see us across the border anytime soon? California.
Tell me when you are inviting me.
Yeah. I think we would definitely dig your speeches.
Jokes apart. Yes. California is definitely on my list.
Okay, that is cool. I was watching
on my bucket list. It is definitely on my list.
Yeah, man, you got to come out here. I was watching one of your YouTube videos, and man, your energy just alone from the video, I was like, hey, I got to see this guy in person.
Thank you.
Love the energy. So, Arunabha, is being the life coach of the Power is You movement what you like to be doing with the rest of your entire life? Or is there something you've already seen that lies beyond what you'll achieve through your ongoing success at Power is You?
Yeah. See, I don't, to an extent, I'm now slowly shifting from becoming a coach to a trainer, where I am planning to train a lot of coaches in India and abroad, basically, where my work would be imparting the same level of energy, same level of skill set, same level of inspiration to those young coaches who can go out to the world and inspire others. So basically, Power is You movement would now become a bigger platform where it is not just for individual coaching or college corporate trainings and all, but it would be also mentoring coaches in India and abroad, where people can come, learn the art of coaching through offline, online, personal, in-person meet, and take that learning back to their nation, take that back to their people, and help people to grow radically, to grow to a level which nobody can touch. So that is the only way which I believe Power is You movements aim to reach every corner of the world would be fulfilled. Because I cannot travel every corner of the world. But what can be happen if the idea, if the vision travels every corner of the world, that is the real success of a movement like Power is You.
Definitely. All right, and you're an author, accomplished author. How about as far as visual representation goes on screen? What's important for you to show the world, and how do you want your book, Power is You, to speak visually?
To be very honest, I have not thought about how to go ahead with a visual aid for converting the book into a visual form. We do have a lot of, book trailer or similar kind of thing, which gives a glimpse about the book inside also, what Power is You Step Towards Excellence is all about. But yes, this is something which I'd really like to look upon, how to convert the entire book probably into a visual aid. That is something very exciting, it seems. So maybe a movie which can depict the entire book in maybe 2 hours or 3 hours, this is probably something which I can really think about and maybe, go ahead with it. So, yes, this is something probably I should look upon, yeah.
Okay. And I'm more of an audio book person versus a actual book reader. That's because of my time. I'm always ripping and running here and there, so I don't really have the moments to sit down and actually read. Can we expect an audio version of your book soon?
Yes, in the next 120 days, 90 to 120 days maximum, you should be expecting an audiobook of my release, yeah.
All right. Definitely contact me when it's out. I would definitely purchase a copy. You can mark my word.
Thank you so much, Indy. Thank you so much for that, yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. For a guy who stays awake at night from the passion of what he do, I have to read what he's doing, and I'm also in the same almost the same realm as you are in. So when I'm depleted of energy, I need somebody to refuel me, and I think your book will help me in a lot of directions, or help me with the refueling of my energy to be able to continue to give it out into the world. So websites, my friend, where do you want the people to come and find you? If they go to these places or send you a message directly, will you respond?
Yes, the readers and viewers can directly reach out to me at www.powerisyu.com. That's the website where, from there my details and everything can be accessed. Details about the book can be accessed. So powerisyu.com is a domain from where people can get redirected to the movement, the global movement. And if they wish to be a part of this campaign, or if they have any queries, concerns, and they need a coach in their life, they can always mark me an email at ceo@powerisyu.com. And my team would get back to them at the earliest possible and would be more than happy to help them anywhere in the world they are. That's a promise from my end as well.
Okay, that is awesome. And I thought ahead, guys, so his website link is also in the description of the show. So be sure to click that and connect with him. I just want to thank you once again for being a part of our experience here on Vigilantes Radio, my friend. Keep doing what you do. I personally believe that when the mission is as true to form as yours is, that the world can always use more of that. So please continue on your path. Here's the open floor of Vigilantes Radio. Once again, it has been awesome to have you with us, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future, especially when that audiobook come out. So take this opportunity to shout out anything or say anything else that you wanted to talk about that we didn't cover or that I missed in this interview. So here's the open floor.
Thank you, Vinny. Just before ending the entire interview, I'd like to say everyone out here globally, one just thing. A good morning. You might be in a part of the country where probably it is an evening or an afternoon, but please remember it's always a good morning, because it's always a reawakening for all of us. So once again, way back in India, it's a morning for us, but I'm wishing a good morning to all my viewers and readers out there. Let's start a new world of reawakening. Let's inspire people. Let's help people, more importantly, who need help. And life is a journey. Life is a journey, not a destination. Thank you so much, Billy. Thank you so much.
All right. So after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the hot seat. And our fans love this part of the segment, and of course, along with the actual interview, but the audience get to hear from our special guests either some vocals, maybe they can sing, or they're good at reciting poetry, inspirational speeches, passages from the book, written work, spoken word, recite lyrics, freestyle rap, musical tributes, jokes, maybe a story, or live instruments from our special guests. Well, you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And this morning, for some of you guys, and of course, morning is coming for the rest of us, right? Yes. But tonight, we'll find out if Arunabha Bhattacharjee have what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. we have some inspirational music for you guys. So uh, sit tight, grab your green teas, and here you go. That was a surprise there, but we are back. All right, AB, it is your time for the hot seat. What do you have for us tonight?
Okay. So probably, yes, I'm a speaker, so I probably won't, already we have a lot of interaction with the audience out here. I would not be probably giving another talk or rather would try to sing probably one line of an Indian song, okay. For all the viewers out there. I'm not that as good at singing, but singing probably something which I really wanted to do over a period of time, maybe. So maybe I can sing one line for all the viewers and readers out there. Yeah. Okay. So here it goes, and this is especially for you, Dini, for organizing this exclusive interview session. So this is for you. Yeah.
Awesome.
मुराद सहिया मुझसे बोले ना मुराद सहिया मुझसे बोले ना प्यार तुम्हें कितना करते हैं प्यार तुम्हें कितना करते हैं. So it says, oh my love, you don't know even how much more I'm falling in love with you every now and again. So please try to hear me once. So that it says.
Oh, man, that was awesome. Such an incredible voice. Yeah, you should be a singer as well as a motivational speaker. You're like, all right, so after the speech, he's doing a concert. Yeah, that was awesome, man. All right, man. We definitely appreciate your time. And a lot of our listeners don't know about everything that goes behind the scene. But we actually screwed up on our end. This is to the listeners out there. And I am willing to admit mistakes when I do make them. I didn't realize that, I knew it at the back of my mind, but I didn't really realize that he was almost a day ahead of some of us over here in the United States. So he was calling in yesterday, which was today for us, and is actually tomorrow for him, but today for us. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? The way that the time zones work.
Yes.
So, but we got it together at the end and made sure that he was satisfied on his end and we were satisfied on our end. You know, sometimes you have to compromise where you don't want to at times, but then it's for you guys. I have to stop and think, hey, this is for the listeners. Some people may need what he's telling, you know. Some people may need the power is you. A lot of people need that.
Mm-hmm.
So why not make everything super easy, right? All right.
Correct.
So thank you, my friends, as always, for checking out the podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download at least an hour after the show ends, or if it's pre-recorded, 2 to 3 days, but I'm sure we can get this out sooner than that. And you can grab that from our server over at Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group. Make sure to follow us. You can grab it from iTunes, YouTube, or over at our website, which again is onlyonemediagroup.com, and that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired. If you like to request music or send something for us to play, or even mention of a guest, or have AB come back on the show to sing for us, email me at theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. So make sure, another special thanks to our guest again, Arunabha, for joining us tonight. Make sure you spread the word also, you know, and we stepped our game up just so you guys can have the best experience on our show. Here's our final thought. Just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at it. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. Co-hosted by the Vigilantes Banditti. Call in to join the mix. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.